So I wanted to make I'm not even gonna say it's a quick video because I know I take long as fuck with some of this and stuff like that. I usually do an intro for this. This is slightly an intro, but I'm gonna do more of an outro of explaining things rather than an intro more so, okay? Okay. So I'm sorry to say this, but this video is not gonna be me where I usually do like this and move around and go to other tabs and all that stuff like that. This is a video that's kind of gonna be stationary on this image in this image alone, and I know it wants to refresh it. Actually, I should do you one better. I should do you one better. Okay, I did you one better. I did you one better by actually screenshotting it so that it doesn't like refresh the page and stuff like that because I was afraid it was going to do that and I was going to lose this image. But yes, so for the title of the video, it is going to be on a drama I knew, I think 1% about. Only 1% of knowledge I knew all about, with this one drama, and it includes the big four of the pandemic. I think this happened like, a little bit after 2020, where it was just all four of these people just being like him. He was absolutely brought down. Shane was absolutely brought down in this drama. He was completely brought down. People got on his ass that whole time, man. I doubt people even knew who Tati was. I didn't know who she was at the time, and it's not even shade at all. I just didn't know. I knew 1% of this thing, okay? Jeffree actually watched some of his videos, like, like when he was still like boyfriends with Nate, his ex-boyfriend now. Like, I actually watched some of his videos, and I watched some of his videos that had him and Shane together. So I was just like, oh, I was new to him too, so I didn't know he was actually problematic like talking with. But yeah. And James, the wild card, right? I didn't even know at the time he was 19 during a lot of this. I don't know his age now. I may have to look it up if I actually care enough to do that. But he was very young. Like, I didn't know he was still in the teenage number years. Like, I was just like, bro, what? Like, I always thought he was like, what, 24, 25? But no, dude was like young, like 19. Like 24 and 25 is young too, but that's like almost a senior in college versus like 19 where you're usually like a freshman or a sophomore. So it's different ages, of course. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. Oh my gosh, these two had a drama where it was a birthday party. I think it was Tati's or somebody else's birthday party where, oh dude, they had mentioned he was like, oh yeah, I want to suck his thingamabobber, the dingle hopper, when the waiter had came, not waitress, waiter had came and stuff like that. And Tati mentioned that it was very embarrassing. I'm saying all this from what I remember because no 1% of it. But yeah, and then he made a reaction video saying it was literally nothing like that. And it was just a hoopla and stuff like that. Also, with these videos of all four of these people, I have never actually individually seen the drama with these four people because one, I wasn't even interested at the time. I'm really not even interested now. This video just popped up on my recommendation. I was just like, oh yeah, why don't I make a video about like 1% of like this drama I know really nothing about, like, but yeah. But that was it with these two, and then they had a lot of back and forth text messages, all that, where Jeffree was sharing information about what it had to do with James. And James was just like, what? That's not how it went. All that in his own individual video and stuff. It was just a lot of back and forth with these two. Okay, so now we're on these two. I probably repeated, my bad. But anyway, we're on these two where they had a couple of videos together where, like, they would be going to the store, or he actually dressed up as Jeffree in one of his videos. And it was funny. It was real nice. His face was beat to the gods. But yes, how their drama really kicked off was after Shane was exposed. Shane was exposed for videos he did in the past where there was one where he was pretending to bop his baloney to seeing a Willow Smith child picture. Like, it was in one of his skits. That was gross. There was another where he did, I think, Shanae, where he was basically being racist as fuck. And he had a black friend too at the time who was also stereotypical in some of the videos too. It was a lot. And these videos are like, they were 10 years old. Like, damn near 10 years old, damn near a decade old. but people had, like, the videos had resurfaced, and people were just like, oh, so you did all this? Okay, we're gonna expose you and stuff like that. The videos that were out, I was 9 or 10, and when I saw them, I didn't actually know what was going on. I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, like, but I was just like, why are these resurfacing? Like, these are so old, they should have been resurfaced. Like, what? They should have resurfaced like after 5 years. These resurfaced after like what, 7 to 10 years later. Like, I was just like, bro. And people didn't know this. Even Willow Smith and some of her family responded to this whole drama thing, and I was just like, oh, Shane, oh baby, you're gonna have to disappear off the face of earth, man. Like, oh my gosh. And once this had all went down, Shane really was drowning. He needed help from Jeffree, and it didn't really seem to me like Jeffree was willing to come to his aid. Because when the drama went down, there was one where it like showed on social media Jeffree was somewhere else entirely. He was doing something different. They were outside near a car or something like that. He wasn't really, it didn't seem like he was focused at all. Or either he didn't know about it, or he did, but he didn't want to get involved in, or didn't care. And that's how it seemed to me. I don't know the actual details, since I don't want to keep repeating this percentage. But yes. Anyway, I want to say lastly, these two, there was, by how little I know of it, it was the advertisement where they both had, or were working for a company where it's like sold gummies, the whole gummy bear fiasco. I think, she had either felt betrayed or he had felt betrayed. They both were friends. They were, if I'm being honest with you, it's like, I don't want to say all 4 of them were friends like at the same time, but I know that these 2 were friends before, these 2 were friends before, these 2 were friends before, but I don't think there was like 3-on-3 of them being friends or anything like that. I just think that they were all friends at different time periods, like, where these 2 would be friends, like these 2 would be friends as well, but these 2 wouldn't be friends. Like, oh my gosh, I keep saying these 2. If you're not able to look at the screen, what I'm trying to say is like, oh, Jeffree and James may have been friends, but Jeffree and Tati probably weren't friends at the time, but James and Tati were friends at the time too. So it's kind of like there was never a 3-way of friendships here. I don't know if Shane was ever friends with James either during this time, but yeah, we're gonna do all that. But yes, the Gummy Bear Company, like, or the Gummy Bear drama, all that, one of them felt betrayed because the other had basically helped the, I remember now, oh my gosh. Okay, so Tati felt betrayed because James was working for a company that rivaled her own company, right? She felt really betrayed about that. She felt sickened. She was not with it, and James made a retaliation to it, and I can't even remember that one correctly because I didn't watch it, and I didn't watch Tati's apology video. I don't think she made an apology video. I think it was just trying to explain everything. But yes, that was mainly the video I wanted to make on all 4 of these, just the drama I remembered, because when I tell you this made up YouTube for, it had YouTube in a chokehold. So many people were viewing the shit. Maybe not directly their individual videos. However, they were like, some people would view it, and then there'd be compilations of what exactly these 4 had said in them, like the most important things these 4 had said in their own individual videos. It was just a lot, and this person is right correctly. Like, if you see them, follow them, please. Like, no one won. Like, they are completely correct. They probably explain it a lot better than I would. Like, all I did was just see this recommended video, and I was just like, oh shit, let me talk about that, since I'm having like a brain fart. Anyway, I'm gonna make the intro for it, but yes, that's all I had to say. Like, no one really won in this video at all. So yeah. Okay, for this outro, we're going to be looking at a box of tempura shrimp because I don't feel like going through my screenshots. So my screenshots are, you can't view them. But yes, for my outro, I'm very much aware that in my last video, I was really supposed to make a video about Naruto. And with that video, I wanted to watch the first episode of the Naruto series. I also wanted to watch the Gintama video, or Gintama. Am I saying it right? Either or. And I also wanted to watch the one I keep not, Mob Psycho those three. I wanted to watch those three because all three of them had characters that had the same birthday. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make this one video on it. I was gonna make a huge one to combine it all together. But I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have to actually learn good editing skills and then use my computer more to actually edit all that, make the video, save enough battery and storage on my phone to actually do it. But with this, I also want to say that with my channel, like, I do a lot of random things. Like, you can tell which ones are like the series, even though I didn't make a whole playlist, like, where I should label the playlist for, where I do my Twitter chronicles, and I did a Instagram chronicles as well, but I don't think I made a lot more Instagram things, and then the Try Guys drama, all that stuff like that. I should also do a playlist for like, well, not a playlist for all my shorts, just the supernatural shorts I did like months ago. However, yes, that is how my channel is structured. It's not just focused on one thing, even though this past month it seemed like it's been focused on one thing. I want to get past that and make stuff I like, feel like making, or pique my interest, stuff I enjoy, or stuff that's just like, cool at the moment for me, like what I want to make. That's why I even did this video. Also, I do this as in between breaks to the stuff I actually like, need and am doing at the moment, like, any schoolwork, like, I'm doing it. This is literally just the break I have, like, while I'm doing it, like, I'm multitasking with it, like talking and then also completing assignments at the same time. Like, it's not impossible, though it is hard and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just because I have brain farts, and or like my anxiety of how much I have to do gets in the way of me actually want to do it, forcing me like to either take a break or end up procrastinating on the shit, like all that stuff like that. I should make a whole video on that, explaining how procrastination, like, about procrastination. I did a public speech on that in one of my classes. I should do a video on that. But yeah. But also, to finish it off, last video I made, it was hella weird because I felt the need to explain, not even just about like, the video I have a lot of views on now. It was like what I did in the comments that made me feel embarrassed as fuck. I see why there are like a lot of YouTubers who do not keep their comments like, open to everyone, or do not even read their comments at all. Like, literally forget that they even have comments on their videos. Like, but I see why, because I basically went to a whole crazy thing where I was responding to everyone. Like, yeah, wanting to discuss or have a conversation with people. But the issue is, like, if I'm going to be open to conversating with people, I have to also be open to anyone saying anything. Like, yeah, no one likes to be insulted or cursed out at all, or be called crazy for how they feel about things. However, you have to have that idea no one's gonna be like, wanting to actually talk to you or listen to you. So that's the thing, that's a big lesson too. Like, even if y'all put comments into this right now, like, hell yeah, I'll still like comment to it, just not to every single one like I did in that one. I need to never do that again. But yeah, that's why I felt the need to make that other one. I probably already explained it in that other one if no one has seen it, but if you're new to this one, I just want to say for the outro. But anyway, that'll be all. May peace be with you for an eternity.